Hey folks, this guy again. It is still Movember, so I thought I'd do another Movember talk about men's mental health. And today I'm going to talk about emotions because emotions are, it's one of those things that men are taught to suppress. But the problem with that is when they do end up getting to the point where you can't suppress them, that's when shit can really hit the fan. But we're sort of brought up in a world where we're, we're told, it's not okay to cry. It's not manly to feel like these sad emotions and all that kind of stuff. And the thing is, we need to know that it is okay not to be okay. Like it is for a man, it is perfectly fine to need help. It is perfectly fine to cry. If you're a man and you watched, Monsters Inc. and got to the end credits and finally saw the door open and the little kid say "kitty," and you didn't cry, like, oh, you might have some issues. But that's not what we're talking about here. But it is perfectly fine, men. Remember to be vulnerable, and with emotions, like I said, if you hold them in for too long, then when they do escape, you can end up doing or saying something and ending up hurting those around you, and that's when it's not okay. It's why you should be able to have your emotions and feel your emotions and deal with your emotions before that bottle gets too full, because that's, as I said, that's when we start causing the most damage. Talking about full bottles, I mean, recently, myself with emotions, I have had probably the most emotional 7 days that I've had in years. And it has been kind of tough dealing with it. And because of that, I have actually said and done some things to some of those people that are close to me that I I actually really regret saying and really regret doing. And it's because I was trying to hold a lot of the emotions in, because once again, didn't really want to show my vulnerabilities, and because of that, I have hurt certain people, and I hope they understand that that is not what my intention was. But the thing is, guys, it's okay to need support. Like, we all need a safe space where we can go to. We all need bros to be able to be with their bros and have a good cry, because everyone needs to cry sometimes. It's also okay to have a breakdown. Like, that is something it's perfectly fine to have a breakdown. That doesn't make you any less of a man, and it's perfectly fine to ask for support, because we're all men and we're all in this together, and we are living in a world full of toxic masculinity that needs to be broken down and destroyed, crumpled up, and thrown away, because having a breakdown does not make you any less of a man. If anything, it makes you more of a man, because you are more aware of your emotions. And it's yeah, it's okay not to be okay. It is perfectly fine to feel these emotions, and just remember that feeling these emotions, once again, does not make you any less of a man. Like, you have to be able to feel these emotions so that you can deal with these emotions properly. Otherwise, as I said, you end up doing something completely stupid. And like I said, I've done the last 7 days has been an emotional ride for me, and there have been a couple of people that I believe I might have hurt, and for that, I yeah, I it's one of the few times that I actually feel regret, because I haven't felt that much regret throughout my life, but I do feel regret over some of those. And for those, if the ones that I have said, uh, the the things to, or done the things to, are seeing this, then do know that that was never my intention. I let my emotions get the best of me, and I took it out on you, and that was not fair. But I should have. What I should have done was found other people that were in the same level of hurt, and just hugged and cried, just hugged it out, because it's okay for men to hug other men. It's okay for men to cry on another man's shoulder, and it is okay not to be okay. So just remember, guys, like, it does not make you any less of a man. if you're feeling emotions, because emotions are what make us human. And holding those emotions in is what's going to do damage down the line. So just remember, if you need support, make sure you got some bros that you can have support with. I'm one of those ones that I'm usually doing a video call several times a week with several different friends, because they know that I provide a safe space where they can rant, vent, throw shit, punch things, have a chat, and just talk about that kind of stuff. And this is what we need to do. We need to have more bros supporting more bros, because the world we live in, it is actually quite fucked. We are taught not to cry. We are taught, if we feel sad, go for a walk, do some exercise, all that kind of stuff. And a thing to do is to find something that helps you deal with your emotions as well. Like for me, it's my music and my cartooning. I find I can help use that to help deal with my emotions. If I'm feeling quite sad and having a bit of a cry, then spending an hour playing on a piano or just spending an hour strumming on a guitar it is one of my ways of healing. So try and find your guys' way of healing, because we do need to heal. And also just remember, you need to support your bros, because once again, I'll say it once again, we lose one dude a day to suicide, and that's one dude a day too many. And this is something that we really need to make sure stops happening. So if you're out there, guys, and you are feeling vulnerable, it's okay. If you're needing support, it's okay. And if you want someone to chat to, just flick me a text, and then we can set up a time to do a video call, and I can, you can have a rant, you can have a cry, just whatever. It's a judgment-free zone. Everything that's said to me is confidential and does not go past me. Plus, I do not give advice unless you ask me for advice, because sometimes you're not looking for advice. You just need to let your emotions out. So just remember that, men. Don't hold on to those emotions. Don't bottle them up. Find yourself bros that are quite supportive and can help you when you are needing emotional support. And just remember, it is okay to be vulnerable. That does not make you any less of a man. So ladies and gentlemen, hopefully this has helped you. This is just once again a quick Movember talk for Movember for men's mental health, which we really need to get the stigma away from the fact that the moment you put men's in front of mental health, people turn off, or they just say, he's been a pussy and all that. That is not helping the situation. So I've just got a cat that's come in and snuggled me, probably heard me talking about emotions and all that, and she's getting a bit snuggly, but that's good. She is an emotional support cat. She does know when I'm not doing so well. But I hope that yes, if you are feeling vulnerable, men, if you are out there and you're needing someone to talk to, I'm more than happy to be that person that you need to talk to. It's something that I do, and something that a lot of people probably don't actually realize is I was a week away from being a qualified counsellor, right up until I broke my back the week before. Well, it was in a car accident, lost part of a kidney, broke my back in the week before I was supposed to finish that course. And yeah, I would have been a youth line worker. But I think because I learned all those skills, it means that I'm good at offering support to my male friends. But I think because I didn't finish the course and didn't become a counsellor, I haven't been turned cynical from listening to everyone all the time, and I've actually been able to retain those skills without losing my love for people. So, men, remember, if you need to cry, you need to cry. If you need to rant, you need to rant. If you need to punch something, make sure that it's like a punching bag, not people or walls. That doesn't help. But if you can find a way of releasing your emotions, then you are going to be a stronger person, and you're going to not hurt those that you love, because that is what's going to happen. If you hold it in, when it does get released, it's those around you that you'll hurt. But if you learn to release them when you need to release them, then you're not going to hurt those around you. You're not going to hurt anyone. If anything, you are going to heal. And this is what we need to do. So men, this is for your mental health. Remember, if you need to cry, you need to cry. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, stay safe out there. Don't be a dick. And kia pata hau ki a koe. May the winds be in your favour.